What up, guys? The Bench Buddies are back with the second round preview and picks for the Saturday games. And it's the round of 32 with a few upsets playing today. We don't have Ty in this one as he has a prior commitment that he has to make. So hopefully he'll be back for the video tomorrow. And before I get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below where we will be doing that giveaway at 500 subscribers. And we first got to talk about the first four results. I went 3-1, Ty went 1-3, and that heads into what we saw on Thursday. And Thursday, well, Ty obviously had a great day, going 13-3, with his only losses being two of the three upsets, and his other loss was an upset pick. So a very successful day for Ty. And for me, well, I kind of went the other way. I picked my upset. They lost 7-10 and 2-8. There's two 7-10s and an 8-9. Sorry, three 7-10s really got me. And Ty, benefited from those. So we're going to have to move on. And I'm going to have to catch up here. But before we start that catch up, we got to start picking the same. And we're both going with San Diego State after they took care of business of Charleston, where Furman comes in after a miracle from Kihei Clark and Virginia, just throwing the ball up in the air, giving Virginia or Furman a chance. And Virginia had a good look at the end to possibly win it, but they did not. And Furman gets this game, but I think San Diego State now finally gets that first win under their belt in forever. And I think they take care of business here. At 240, we have a great game on our hands with Duke being one of the hottest teams in the country, going against Tennessee, who, has lost to Kai Ziegler, but they do look very good. They did take care of business over Louisiana, and I just don't think that's going to be enough. If they play like they did against Louisiana, Duke's going to beat them by 10. And I think that's going to how this one is going to be. I think Duke takes it to them, gets an early first half lead, and pulls away late in the second half. And then after that one, we have Arkansas and Kansas. And if you're looking for a 1 seed to lose, I think this is the one. Arkansas has great defense. They really played good against Illinois. Illinois had their, moments where they almost got back into it, but Arkansas put them away. And Kansas, well, they struggled a little bit there in the first half. It was a pretty close game and a little bit in the second half, but they started getting that one going and took care of business against Howard. I'm not going to pick the Arkansas over Kansas upset, but don't be too surprised if it happens. I got to go with the defending champs to get back to the Sweet 16. And then at 6-10, you got Princeton and Missouri. And Princeton, obviously, with the biggest upset of the tournament so far as I'm recording this, beating Arizona. And what no one saw coming. A lot of people had Arizona winning it all, even our president, Jay Billis, Micah and I in our couple bracket. So a lot of people were in shock for that upset. And then you have Missouri taking care of Utah State out of the Mountain West, where they just, didn't dominate, but really had control of that game. Ty's going with Missouri on this one. I think he's going to play it safe and maybe think Princeton was a one-hit wonder, or I don't. I think they're going to be the team that makes it to the Sweet 16 and really, could be this year's Cinderella's team out of the Ivy League. I said it in the last video. I said, don't be surprised if Princeton keeps it close. And they did. Obviously, they got the win. And that Ivy League, they just play a whole different style of basketball, more scrappy, getting on the floor, diving after the ball, and taking care of business when it has to be done. So I like Princeton. The Tigers, they're going to move on to the Sweet 16. It's 7-10. The biggest storyline surrounding this game is Houston's health with Marcus Sasser, their best player, possibly out, possibly probable. No one knows what's going on right now until that game tips. And if that is going to happen, if he does not play, then this game could go either way. They are not the same team without Sasser. In Auburn, well, they looked great against Iowa. And I don't know, it just seemed like Auburn held control for those last 10 minutes of the game and really didn't let Iowa get a chance to get back in it. I don't think that will matter, though. I think Houston will find a way, even without Sasser, to get it done and move on to the Sweet 16. It's 7:45. Penn State, Texas. Penn State is coming in hot after making that Big Ten championship title game run and then beating Texas A&M, who I thought was, a very underseeded team and should have been higher, but Penn State proved me wrong and they deserve to be here. But I don't think they're going to take care of business in this one, and I think Texas is going to move on. So does Ty. I'm going to go with, just because they have Marcus Carr and Sir'Jabari Rice, the Sir'Jabari Rice game, as the announcers were calling it, against Colgate. And I think this is going to be Marcus Carr's game where he breaks out and has a good game. But if Texas has to keep shooting like Penn State does, try to play keep up, then Penn State might pull off this upset if Texas doesn't play their own game. On TNT at 8:40, Northwestern, UCLA. And one of the biggest surprises for me was that UCLA just absolutely blew out UNC Asheville. It wasn't even a close game, and Northwestern took care of business, and I thought would have been a closer game as well. UCLA's talent here will take over. Northwestern does have a good story going with Boo Buie and his team, the super senior team. And same you could say about UCLA, but I think Jaime Jaquez is just going to be too overpowering for the Wildcats, and UCLA is going to move on. And for the last game on Saturday, we got Maryland and Alabama. And Maryland played very good against West Virginia, figured it out late to pull away in the first game of the tournament. And Bama, well, Bama. They really came out and dominated. Brandon Miller didn't even score a single point, and this team won very easily. So I think that shows how deep and versatile this Bama team is, and just another reason for me to pick them to move on to the Sweet 16. That's going to be it for this short video today. Make sure you guys come back tomorrow to check out our Sunday picks, and hopefully Ty will be with us. Hit that subscribe button down below to be entered into our giveaway. And until the next time, the Bench Buddies are out.
She never called back.